All right, so if we go to this thing,
Well, it's definitely going to be about something. Something. A particular thing.
we're gonna do it upright, right?
In all of my life,
Here's the plan. So we got to have a plan. Everybody has a plan.
when is it ever not about something? Like a particular thing. Like a small thing,
Everybody's gonna be in there with at least like a gift
a big thing.
or something they have like something that they're gonna talk about. There's gonna be
I mean, it could be a multitude of things.
a person with a gift, a person that has a story right off the bat.
I mean, if we do this, it's got to be right.
There's going to be a person that has food, has some type of amenity that they're going to bring. We don't have any of that.
Can't go wrong. How could it go wrong?
What are we going to do that's going to set it apart from everybody else?
It only goes right or correct. You know,
This is the question.
could it go wrong? That's the question. It can't go wrong. Could it go wrong? I'm not saying that it would or it could. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Listen, if we do this thing, it's got to be right. It's got to be good.
And I mean, there's no question if we go in, we're going to do it right. We're going to do it up. We're going to do it up right.
It's going to be tight.
If anything's worth doing, it's worth doing right.
I think you're onto something.
Like it's the saying. It's a classic saying.
So if we go, I mean, it's going to be big. Right. There's no question. It's got to be big. It's going to be the biggest thing we've ever done.
I mean, what if it goes wrong? What if we go in, we have nothing to talk about, we don't have any gifts? We're not going with like, wine, cheese, desserts, things like that. We have nothing. We're going in with nothing, so it could go wrong.
That could go wrong.
What happens if we have nothing going in?
Well,
That's a big potential for it to go wrong. If we have nothing, we go in with nothing, everyone's going to have something and we have nothing.
entrances.
What if we have like a good entrance?
It's got to be about entrances.
Like a really good entrance. It's all about the entrance. It's all about how you enter.
Well, if we're just going to bust in, like, we got to have, like, I mean, right off the rip, I mean, we got to be,
Great, then it'll be good.
firing on all the cylinders.
The potential.
Now you're onto something.
The potential for it to go wrong, though, is
What's the biggest thing that we could do
extraordinary. It's through the roof.
by doing the bare minimum, the lowest amount of work?
People are expecting us to show up.
We definitely want people to think that we were working on it. For sure.
We're kind of obligated at this point.
Totally. I mean, we put all of our energy, all of my mental focus is going into it. There's not one iota of thought that goes through my mind that doesn't think, shit, maybe there wasn't a lot of work, but there was definitely an effort. As long as we can make people think that there was an effort put into it, then I don't think it could go wrong.
I'm not saying that it will go wrong. I mean, how could it go wrong? Like you said, how could it go wrong? But if it does,
I mean, it's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
we got to have an escape plan.
If it goes awry,
That's what I'm writing down. Write that down.
I'm talking escape plan. Here, this is what I'm thinking that we do. The escape plan, if it goes wrong, by some chance of a miracle that it does, and I'm not saying that it will. No way that it would. No way.
So if it goes wrong, what do we do?
The escape plan goes as such. We shake hands with people that are there. We say, hey,
We just touch base with people that are there.
I actually got to go. There is a potential for potential is a good word. I think we use the word potential because it doesn't define anything set in stone. We don't want to have anything set in stone for an escape plan just in case. Just in case.
House is on fire. You can't stay if your house is on fire. Potentially, if your house is on fire, you can't stay.
My house may be on fire.
You gotta go at least check it out. You gotta go check it out.
Just in case, I got to go check it out.
There's no reason to stay if your house is on fire.
No one's going to ask if it isn't. And if they do, we're truly too no one's going to ask. If the escape plan has to be in effect, we just walk out.
Classic walk in, walk out.
That's what we do. We gotta be there in 10 minutes.
I don't see how that could go wrong. I don't see how that can go wrong if you just walk in, you shake hands, have like a mild small talk, if you can even do small talk, and then you just say, "Hey, I got to get going." Time is of the essence.
We should probably just call.
We got to be there in 10 minutes.
We just stop by to say hey. Yeah.
I mean, we could just pop in. I'll just pop in, say hello, and then I'll just split. Just leave the country probably.
We're not obligated to stay. You're not obligated to stay. I'm not obligated to stay. I might stay.
I mean, there's no reason for me to even stay.
Depending on who's there, I might stay.
I don't even know anyone that's going to be there. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's going to be like there or whatever. If we don't show up with anything, then it could go wrong. And I don't want it to go wrong. I actually want it to go pretty smooth.
We should probably roll out.
But kind of just don't want to go at all.